Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I would explain how to set up a Jenkins agent or slave in Windows Virtual Machine using Jnlp. There are two VMs shown in the diagram. In one VM, we have Jenkins master up and running, and in the second VM, we have to establish a Jenkins agent in the Windows operating system. So this Jenkins agent would be called inbound agent because the connection initiation will happen from Jenkins to master instead of master to Jenkins. So what is Jnlp? Jnlp is Java Network Launch Protocol. So using this protocol, we can deploy or install applications inside client machines from servers using the resources of the server. So here we do not need to download any software for installing. We just need to use Jnlp protocol to connect to remote server, and we'll install applications using the resources of the remote server. So in these type of agents, Jenkins agent would initiate a connection request to the Jenkins master or controller on a TCP port or on a WebSocket connection. So for the successful TCP connection, we should enable a TCP port on Jenkins master or controller, and also our firewall should allow TCP connections on that port. But if we use WebSocket connections, we do not need to enable any TCP port on this master or controller, because WebSocket connections use the existing HTTP ports through which we connect to the Jenkins master. And one more prerequisite we have to do in Jenkins agent is to set up Java, so that we can execute the Java commands. So let us start setting up this Jenkins agent on this Windows operating system. I have two machines running here. In one machine, Jenkins master is up and running, which can verify the status using systemctl command. So this is a Linux machine. So Jenkins master is up and running. Now we have to set up an agent in Windows operating system. So let me go to Windows machine. So this is the Windows virtual machine where we would set up the Jenkins agent now. So let me create a new directory here called Jenkins agent. So this directory would be used as the root directory while setting up a new node inside Jenkins master. So one more thing we have to check here is to check whether Java is installed. Let me open command window and execute java-version. So here OpenJDK 11 is installed. Now we'll go back to Jenkins master and we'll create a new node. So this is our Jenkins master. Here we have to go to manage Jenkins. In the manage Jenkins, we have to select manage nodes and clouds. Here we have to create a new node. And we have to provide a name here. I'm giving test node Windows. And we have to select permanent agent. So this is called permanent agent because we are not creating anything as dynamic agent. And also we will keep this agent for running multiple builds instead of destroying after one build. So let me click on create option. So we have to provide any description here. So Windows slave or Windows agent. And we have to provide number of executors here. So this indicates like how many builds at a time can be executed on this machine. I am keeping as 1. So we have to specify remote root directory. So this is the directory for the agent. So we have to enter the directory whatever we have created. So this is C Jenkins agent. And we have to assign a new label for this node. So let me use Windows as the label, so that if I create any new job and if I assign label Windows to that job, and that job will run on this node. So we have to select a particular option in the usage. So here I am selecting only build jobs with label expressions matching this node. So that means only the jobs which are using this label will be running on this particular node. And for the launch method, we have to select an option. Here I am selecting the option launch agent by connecting it to the controller. That means our agent will initiate a connection to the controller. So we can also specify the work directory here for the agent, so which can be different from our agent root directory. So here I am not using any different work directory. So I am keeping as empty. So that means if I don't specify any work directory here, it will use the agent root directory. And for the internal data directory where agent will store all the remoting files, is remoting. So by default it is remoting, so I will not change this one. And as I said earlier, we have two types of connections from agents to the master. So one is using WebSockets, another is using TCP port. So if we use WebSockets, we do not need to enable any TCP port in Jenkins master. So if I don't specify anything, then we have to use the TCP port because that is the default one. So here I'm not using WebSockets. For the availability point of view, we can keep this agent online as much as possible. And also there are some other options like environment variables, tool locations, etc. So these would be used when we run any applications in that. So as of now, I don't run any applications. Since we are using this agent for testing now, so I'm not giving any environment variables or tool locations. So we can save this now. So now a new node is created. You can click on this. Here it is saying that Jnlp agent port is disabled and agents cannot connect this way. So what we need to do, we need to go to Jenkins security. So go to manage Jenkins. Click on configure global security. So in the agent section, we have to provide a TCP port for inbound agents. So either we can use fixed port or random port. So I am using a fixed port so that I can enable this port in the firewall as well. So I'm using the port 5558. So now apply and save. So that means Jenkins master will allow TCP connections on this port. Now go back to our Windows node. You can refresh the screen. So now the previous error is gone. Now we can run the agent in our agent machine either by using this command, or we can open this test node windows inside our agent and we can using launch option as well. So let us try to do both. So let me go to the Windows machine again. So let me open Jenkins inside our Windows machine. So log in with admin user. Click on manage Jenkins and go to the nodes. So we have to click on manage nodes and clouds. So here we have to choose our node whatever created now. So either we can use this command now for connecting to the Jenkins master, or we can directly launch it from browser. So let me use the command line option first and later we will use that launch option. So let me download this agent jar file in the machine. So now agent is downloaded in this directory. Let me copy and paste this inside our Jenkins agent root directory. So now we have agent jar downloaded to our machine, and also we have to check the content of this Jnlp file. So let me copy this file and open in the browser. Here agent Jnlp also downloaded. So let me open this file using Notepad. So this is the Jnlp content, whatever we have just downloaded. So this is an important part, which is a resource which is in the remote server, means our Jenkins server, and this remoting jar will be invoked. So when we execute that command, so this jar file will be invoked. Inside this jar, there is a class file, which is a main class file, and this class file will be invoked with all these arguments. So all these arguments actually we have provided as part of our Jenkins node creation. So using this resource and using this class, actually it will execute and it will try to connect to the master. So once we execute the command, the master and the agent will be connected to each other. So I'll open a command window inside Jenkins agent directory. So here let me execute the command. So here in the command actually we have already downloaded agent.jar file and we have verified the content of Jnlp. And there is one more parameter called secret. So this secret was generated as part of our Jenkins node creation. So generally this secret would be unique to each Jenkins node created. And one more parameter, work directory, which is pointing to our agent root directory. So let us try to execute this command. So here we can see the log that it is already connected. And in the log it is saying that, so first of all, it is using our Jenkins agent remoting as a remote work directory. So that means this remoting directory is created inside our agent root directory. And also it is saying Jenkins agent is running in the headless mode because we did not run in the browser. And also it is using work directory as C Jenkins agent remoting, because we did not provide any other option as work directory. It is using agent root directory. And here the agent port is 5558, which is the TCP port we have enabled inside our Jenkins master for this TCP connection. And it is tying protocol Jnlp. So at the end it is connected. So that means our agent is successfully connected to the. Now we can verify in the Jenkins browser whether the agent is connected to the master. Now we can see that this agent is connected to the master. So this is one way how we can connect the agent to the master via command line. So this is headless connection because we did not launch the agent via browser. So the problem with this approach is that we need to execute this command every time the machine is restarted, because if the machine is restarted, this command window would be destroyed and the agent will not be connected to master anymore. So to avoid this, what we can do, we can install this agent as a Windows service. So for that, we can launch it from the browser. So let me close this window so that we'll try to reinstall as a Windows service. Now I will refresh the screen. So now the connection is broken. Now click on the launch button. A Jnlp file is downloaded. Let us go to the folder. Now let me open a new command window with administrator user. So we have to run as an administrator. Now let us go to the directory where we have stored that Jnlp file. Here we need to execute this Jnlp file. For executing the Jnlp file, we have to use a technology called Java WS, which is a Java Web Start. This technology is used for implementing this Jnlp protocol. So let us execute with Java WS, and we have to select the Jnlp file. So once we execute the Jnlp file, a pop-up will appear like this. Do you want to run this application? So here it is showing the name of the Jnlp application is Jenkins Remoting Agent. So what we need to do, we have to trust this application. So click on this do not show this again for this app from the published above. Just click on run. So once we click on run, another applet will appear like this, and it is showing that our agent is connected. So we can maximize this, and it is showing it is connected. So what we can do, we can click on file here. We have to install as a service. So now another pop-up will appear like install as service. So this will install Jenkins agent as a Windows service, so that an agent starts automatically when the machine boots. So this is the advantage. So whenever the machine is rebooted, we do not need to restart the command line again. So Jenkins agent service automatically will be restarted. Just click on OK. So now we can verify the services section. So go to services, and we can verify whether our Jenkins service is already running or not. So maximize this. So here, let me open Jenkins. So here we can see that the Jenkins slave service is already running. So this will always be restarted whenever we restart the machine. So this way we can install Jenkins agent as a Windows service using Java Web Start technology by executing the Jnlp file. So this Java Web Start command is present inside JRE, so we should have JRE also in our Windows system path. Now we can verify whether agent is connected inside Jenkins master URL also. So now project is tied to that. So here I will create a new Jenkins job, which is a pipeline job. Click on new item. Here I will give pipeline Windows. So select pipeline and click on OK. So go to pipeline. So here I am selecting pipeline script because I don't have any SCM. So I am using the basic pipeline script. So I'll write a basic declarative pipeline. So we need to mention agent with corresponding label. Here our label is Windows. Then we need to mention the required stages, what to be executed. So I am mentioning the stage name is testing. Inside the stage, we need to mention the steps. There we need to execute some of the commands. So since this is a Windows VM, I am executing with bat. So inside bat, actually I am printing just path of the machine. So select apply and save. Now let us execute this job. Now we can see the console output. So inside the console output, we can see the complete path of the machine. So this is how we can set up a new Jenkins agent inside a VM with Windows operating system. I hope you like the content. If you like the content, please subscribe to my channel and also please share the video with your friends. Thanks a lot for watching.